Hello all, I am Hriday Raval and you are watching Bharat News. As you are all aware about the Operation Sindoor, where India strike Pakistan and the POK, many terror pads have been destructed. More than India strike over 9 places in Pakistan and Pak occupied Kashmir, killing more than 100 plus terrorists. A very big congratulations to all of the Indians for Operation Sindoor. Though Operation Sindoor was a success, there are many questions in the hearts of the citizens of India. Why there was no retaliation after Pakistan break the ceasefire? What will happen to POK? When will India take the POK? What is happening in Pakistan, the Balochistan, the Afghanistan and everything? What is US and China's role in this? To answer all of this, we have Major General Rajan Kochhar with us. Not wasting much time, let's welcome Dr. Rajan Kochhar. Namaste sir, welcome to Bharat News.
Namaskar, Hriday. You always a pleasure to be on your show.
Sir, it's an honor for us as well. Sir, a big congratulations to you for Operation Sindoor. Sir, before we dwell into the statistics and the details of the operation, sir, let's discuss in short the scenarios. What happened after Palgam attack? So, sir, on 22nd April, the terrorist, the Islamist terrorist, had conducted the Palgam attack. They killed more than 26 Indian citizens, asking their religion. From 23rd April, there were diplomatic fallouts between India and Pakistan. From 1st to 6th May, there were ceasefire violations. From 5th May, there were nationwide civil defense drills. On 7th May, India conducted Operation Sindoor. Sir, can you just say a few lines on the Operation Sindoor?
Um, Hriday, I think in modern military history, Operation Sindoor will be remembered as a unique 4 day operation. And why I say unique is that it is the first time when two nations uh, went against each other, and they were escalating each day. And the beauty was that we were able to ensure that we did not reach a warlike situation.
Yes,
So it was a calibrated operation, I would say. It was a well planned, a well executed operation in which the air power played a predominant role. There was less of military power in in action, and lesser of the naval power. But what was important was that military was involved in demolishing
yes,
their bunkers on the line of control with precision strikes, which was not played out too much in the media. Uh, but we have to acknowledge the role of the Indian Army, how the Indian
yes,
Army in 4 days they pulverized the defenses of the enemy on the line of control and ensured that no kind of a misadventure was undertaken by the Pakistan army to infiltrate inside. On the Navy part, being a silent Euro service, I think few people have spoken about the Navy. In Operation Sindoor, the Navy had a very important role. Navy had deployed its aircraft carrier, uh, Vikrant, as well as 36 warships in the Arabian Sea. They were 85 nautical miles away from Karachi harbor and well within striking distance of Karachi. So, Navy played heavily on the minds of the Pakistani military
yes,
leadership and was instrumental in uh, their buckling down and asking for ceasefire. The last
okay,
aspect is the Air Force. I would like to bring out a new paradigm in warfare, and how a high tech warfare is going to be orchestrated in the near future. There were a large number of lessons which emerged out of this. The first being drone warfare.
Yes.
Pakistan was fairly well equipped to carry out this drone warfare because
Yes.
I believe Pakistan was preparing itself in the last 3 years.
Oh. Yes.
So Pakistan built up a drone brigade. They had various kinds of drones from low tech drones to the high tech drones. Turkey was one country which Pakistan relied heavily on the drones, though Pakistan had Turkey and Chinese drones
Yes.
both. But in terms of Bayraktar, TB2, uh, Akinci drones, these were the high tech drones which were used by Pakistan for basically surveillance and reconnaissance. The low tech drones were kamikaze drones were used by Pakistan for intrusions inside India. A Songar drone is one drone which the Pakistan used, and we identified it as a Turkey drone. These drones were a mix of surveillance, reconnaissance, and offensive
Yes.
with armaments. So these drones were launched in waves, or we call it the swarm drone uh, tactics, in which more than 50 drones to 100 drones were launched at the same time. Uh, these drones had a radius of action of approximately 100 kilometers plus. So they were seen only in the border towns, and most of them were destroyed by a Akash Tir, your air defense system.
Yes.
Uh, this is the first time Akash Tir was used by India. The Air Force also had an integrated air command and control system, which is called the IACCS. Uh, this is predominantly comprising of the S 400, the Barak 8, and the Akash, and the Pichora air defense system. Whereas Akash Tir was the ground-based air defense system developed by ISRO and Bharat Electronics Limited, and it utilized the NAVIC navigation system. These are all space-based navigation systems which are very, very accurate. And Akash Tir air defense systems have a range of seeing through around 1500 kilometers. So
Oh.
they can go into Pakistan also. So the air defense guns, starting from L-70, Zu-23s, Shilkas, Iglas, and all these OSA AKs. So all these weapon systems were integrated into the Akash Tir system, and the world is a testimony to that fact that today Akash Tir has demonstrated a great capability, I'll say that, and it has more than matched the Iron Dome of Israel. So this is in a nutshell, the the missile strikes and the drone strikes took place on uh, 9 air bases. Uh, we are given to understand, as per estimates, it's around 11 air bases, and 6 were heavily damaged. 9 terrorist sites, especially the headquarters of the Lashkar-e-Toiba at Muridke and Jaish-e-Mohammed at Bhavalpur, uh, they were badly hit. Casualties in excess of 100, uh,
Yes.
which are mostly terrorists had taken place.
Yes.
On the Pakistani side, the Pakistan Air Force was badly affected. uh, these air bases were degraded to a large extent. A few aircrafts Pakistan lost on ground, and their hangars were destroyed. So, uh, in the overall analysis, uh, Operation Sindoor was a great success for the Indian Armed Forces, a combined effort of the Air Force, Army, and the Navy, and the great leadership of Prime Minister Modi, because he gave a free hand to the services to execute all these tasks. Hriday, it's very important that you give a political aim and you
Yes.
lay down your political aim and you give it to the military, and the military converts it into a military aim and executes the tasks, which were done in a precision manner. Nobody came to know. Utmost secrecy was there in spite of the media all over
Yes.
trying to speculate. But media also didn't know exactly what went into these tasks until such time the press briefings came
Yes.
about. A small word about these press briefings. They were well thought of briefings, not very long, crisp, to the point, and specific details were given.
Yes.
So this assured the entire nation the kind of work which was being done on a daily basis. You know how Pakistan was being made to pay for what Pakistan did in Pelgam, and I think it should be a reminder to Pakistan not to carry out such kind of a misadventure again. Hriday.
So, sir, as we saw that the range of Operation Sindoor it was from 7th May to 10th May. Still, Operation Sindoor is on. The ceasefire has been extended to 18th May. Sir, every Indian is proud of our army and our government, and we are very proud of the successful Operation Sindoor. But, sir, there are sentiments among the people, and there is a question among the majority of audience that after the Pakistan violated the ceasefire on 10th May, why did India didn't directly retaliate to it, sir? What was behind it?
See, it's like this that when you have to retaliate, you need to gather intelligence because you need to decide on the type of retaliation and what targets are you going to engage. So, Prime Minister Modi, you made it, you're absolutely clear in his speech to the nation that India is not going to retaliate against the Pakistan army. Is going to retaliate against the terrorist infrastructure. So, to plan that, because it was not going into a war straight away, it
Okay.
was going into a calibrated action, and targets were only the terrorist camps. So India had to identify which are the more important terrorist camps because India identified 21 of them, but only nine were targeted. So India
Yes.
had to identify that which were the nine, what kind of missiles or weapon system is going to be used against each target. Will it be a mix of drones or specific missile platforms? What would be the timing of the attack? Will we be able to achieve maximum casualties because we have to ensure that the people or the terrorists are there and have not vacated that site. So, and also to build up world opinion on
Yes.
India's strike because the world opinion building up was also important. So it was a diplomatic offensive and it was a military offensive, and at the same time, uh, retribution or riposte from Pakistan or a reply from Pakistan would also have to be factored in that what kind of reply Pakistan will give and are we prepared to take on that reply? Are air defense systems, are missile arsenals, are drone arsenals, are there in place? So if you remember when in 1971 war, the chief of the army staff, Manik Shah, was asked by the prime minister that are you prepared to go for war? He was asked in the month of March, and he launched the operations after November. So he took around 8 months. Therefore, in any planned operation, you should not go into a hurry, because if you go into a hurry, you may suffer greater losses. So it
Yes.
has to be a well thought out, planned operation, and that is why it took 14 days.
Sir, there were many speculations around the ceasefire as well. It was been said that President Trump negotiated with India and Pakistan and has convinced them both for the ceasefire. Later, he denied that. It was also been said that there was a nuclear leak in Pakistan and there were many stories built around it. Sir, it was also been said that it was the pressure from China and so did this ceasefire happen. Sir, what was the real reason behind this, sir? Sir, what was the real reason behind the nuclear leak as well?
Two aspects you have addressed in your question. One is the ceasefire, and the other is the nuclear leak.
Yes, sir.
I'll come to the ceasefire first. India did not want the ceasefire because the way India was targeting Pakistan air bases,
Yes,
and in a way, how we degraded their air defense system, their HQ-9, their HQ-16, and all the entire Chinese radar system on the line of control international boundary, almost 20 to 25% degradation of the Pakistani air defense systems took place.
yes,
So India didn't want this momentum to be lost, because there was more to punish Pakistan and more was coming.
yes,
Pakistan also realized that Pakistan is not in a position to defend, because uh, Pakistan has got 13 operational air bases. Uh,
okay,
11 were targeted. So
yes,
Pakistan was not in a position to retaliate through the air force, and its air defense had become weak. So Pakistan went to the United States, asking United States to speak to India for a ceasefire. The United States spoke to India, uh, tried to tell them that you can uh, you reduce this thing and try to stop this warlike situation, because it may culminate into a larger kind of a conflict. India did not. Uh, India was conveyed, but India did not convey anything to the United States that we want to stop this war, because India was firm that India would like to carry on, and accordingly, India was not committed to the United States that we will agree to a ceasefire. A ceasefire only happened when the DGMOs talked to each other.
okay,
On the 10th morning, Pakistani DGMO rang up the Indian DGMO around 9:30, 10 o'clock, and the Indian DGMO told him that uh, you they are preoccupied, and you can call up in the evening. So a time was fixed in the evening at 3:35 p.m., where both the DGMOs talked to each other. That was the point of time the ceasefire was accepted by India, and a deadline was given that the ceasefire will take effect from 5 p.m. on the 10th of May. So this is the
yes,
story of the ceasefire. With regard to the radiation leak, there is no confirmed report to suggest that there was a radiation leak. Media is speculating. Some
yes,
people in Pakistan are speculating, and the International Atomic Energy Agency has carried out an inspection, and yesterday taken out a statement that there was no leak at all.
yes,
So, uh, if we go by the official version of things, we have to accept that there was no leak carried
yes,
out, but there has been some speculation on this, saying that due to some Pakistani negligence, some kind of leak has taken place because
Okay.
the Pakistani were maybe preparing for a nuclear strike, and some leak has taken place from their end, but it is purely speculation, speculative.
Yes.
No confirmed reports are there, nor has the Pakistan government made a mention of it. Yeah.
Sir, Indian government has rightly said that there will be no discussions with Pakistan. There will be only discussion with them on the POK. Sir, when do you think India will take back the POK?
Uh, see, there is a narrative which is going on in Pakistan for the Pakistan army and the Pakistan deep state that Kashmir is an issue which needs to be discussed.
Yes.
India has maintained that there is no discussion on Jammu and Kashmir because it's a part and integral part of India, and it is not on the table for a discussion. What is on the table for discussion is the Pak occupied Kashmir. So India would like to discuss about Pak occupied Kashmir in case Pakistan is keen or insistent to discuss
Yes.
the Jammu and Kashmir issue.
Yes.
And and India has made it very clear that if anything needs to be discussed, it is terrorism emanating from Pakistan. And I would like to make a mention of the Indus Water Treaty also because yesterday the Pakistan's water secretary has approached India for talks on Indus Water Treaty. India has made it very clear that we will review this treaty if you stop terrorism
Yes.
from Pakistani soil, if you stop the infiltration, and if we find that no infiltration is taking place, then we are willing to talk, but it is conditional. No talks on Indus water in case Pakistan does not relent on its present policy of maintaining terrorist camps in Pakistan, harboring terrorist leaders like Hafiz Saeed. So Pakistan must hand over Hafiz Saeed to us. He must hand over Salahuddin to us. He must hand over other terrorist leaders to us and dismantle the terror infrastructure in Pakistan. Moment Pakistan does that, we are willing to talk on the Indus water. Till
Sir,
then, no talks.
Pakistan Defense Minister also told in a public statement that the Indus Water Treaty, the water which India stopped to them, will be taken as an act of war by them. Sir, do you see any escalations in the future by Pakistan for the same?
Uh, there is a great possibility of escalation taking place in the near future.
Okay.
Prime Minister has mentioned that it is a new normal situation. And
Oh,
what does he mean by the new normal situation? He means that we have to be prepared at all times for aggression from Pakistan side. Now, aggression can be in the form of a drone attack. It can be in the form of a missile attack, and or at the most in the form of an air intrusion. Beyond that, I don't see any conventional conflict taking place between the two nations.
okay.
So this new normal is a high-tech war. There'll be a cyber war. Already, we have
Yes.
seen the hacking of important websites taking place.
Yes.
So we will have to see the war being fought in the domain of cyber, in the domain of space, collusion of China and Turkey with Pakistan in a more bigger way. China is going to supply more fighter planes, stealth fighter JF-35, and its export version JF-31 is likely to come to Pakistan very soon.
Okay.
Radar systems are going to be upgraded with the latest technology. So Pakistan is preparing for the right moment. Possibly Pakistan will take a couple of months to get ready for the next round of battle. And therefore, the new normal says that we have to upgrade our drone capability. We have to upgrade our anti-drone capability. We have to get more missiles into our arsenals. We have to speeden up our hypersonic missile program. We have to get more aircrafts for the Air Force. We have to speed up the Tejas program. We have to speed up the jet engine deal with USA. We have to talk to Russia to get more S-400s. We have to talk to France as well as Russia for the jet engine technology and for the Su-57 uh, joint venture project in India. We have to encourage the startups and the MSMEs to manufacture more drones, to manufacture more uh, anti-drone technology, the high energy weapons, laser weapons to target the drones. DRDO has already come up with one. More such uh, this thing has to come. So we are looking at multiple things happening now,
Yes.
and please take this as a situation when a country is at war, because we are at war
Yes.
and we have to prepare accordingly, and everything has to be done on a fast track now because we don't have much time. And I
Yes.
think the next 6 months we have to upgrade ourselves to take on this challenge.
Definitely, sir. Sir, we know you are busy. The last question before you go, sir. Sir, what is the regional dynamics of Pakistan right now? There has been Balochistan Liberation Army who is telling that we have acquired the Balochistan and we want a new nation. The Sindh province is also coming up right now that we want a new nation. And sir, also looking at the geopolitics at the moment, we don't think that we will be having much support from the United States. They are telling something and they are doing something, sir. Sir, whom India would rely on if it is a clash between India and Pakistan? And what is the geopolitics around this scenario at the moment, sir?
Uh, See, as I told you that you have to fight this war alone. Nobody is going to fight this war for you.
Yes,
The countries whom you have to rely upon is Israel and
yes,
Russia, United States to a lesser extent. So these are the, and of course France is there with you,
yes,
Japan is there with you. So these are the countries I would see India and Israel coming more closer to each other because technology is there with Israel. We would like a closer India-Israel partnership to gear us up. We would like Russia to also deliver its promises to us. Because you see, there is a collusion now between China and Russia.
yes.
So you may find the Russian response also a bit lukewarm to us. So
Okay.
diplomatically, we have to play these games now. Kutniti has to come into play,
Yes,
and that will decide the future course of action.
definitely, sir.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for your time.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you,
Jai.
Jan. It was wonderful to be on your program, and I hope your viewers would You appreciate the analysis what we have discussed, today, and the countrymen have to be ready at all times, challenging times ahead of us, and we need to prepare ourselves. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind, sir. Thank you, sir.